Okay, overall impressions of episode 3. What did you think?
I thought that it was a very interesting episode.
Why?
Well, because who is that last couple?
Chris and Brooke. That one.
Yeah. Brooke is a very interesting character.
Why? I'm not saying she's not, but why? Like, you know.
I don't know, she's okay. If it's a model, influencer, or businessman, that is David, Brooke, and the guy who married the single mom.
Scott.
Yeah, so I'm always kind of, I don't know, suspectful.
Suspicious.
Yeah, because it feels like it's more of a, what do you say, an upgrade or a push for their career rather than anything they want to do for their love life.
Yeah, but you could argue that for most of the cast. No? Like, yeah, she's a model, but Chris is just a tradesman. So maybe he wants to be famous instead. He's certainly got the fucking bravado for it and the ego. So,
No, I mean,
you know.
see,
But we'll come back to that.
yeah, everybody that wants to be on the show wants to be famous.
Yeah.
That's something like an agreement we all have to agree.
Yeah.
And yeah, but there are then some people. See, the problem with businessmen, influencers, and models is they are very good actors.
Sometimes.
No,
We've
it's
seen
like
it before though on MAFS where people are like, no, I don't want to be famous. I just want to find love. And it's clear that they're in it for fame. And then others who are a lot more convincing, but you can kind of see through a little bit or still have your suspicion about whether they're in it for fame. But they do a much, much better job of trying to hide it.
yeah, but no, what I'm talking about is you have these actors, models, and these people, they can put on it for longer and longer.
Yeah.
They know how to play to the camera and they know how it will come across. If you are somebody that you do not have this kind of background,
Yeah.
you might try, but it doesn't. The authenticity shows up when you are authentic, and if you are fake, it shows up.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I
for,
agree with that.
and I don't know, Brooke, her wedding dress, I don't know, there is a kind of a nonchalant feeling.
What about her wedding dress?
I don't know, it looked like somebody that would walk on a ramp rather than.
What, just because she wore like a mini wedding dress? Like it was short?
Yeah, it was like something you wear on a ramp.
What's a ramp?
Ramp walk, I mean.
Like a catwalk, like because she's a model.
I mean, in the fashion
Yeah,
nights you do this
The
thing.
catwalk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it felt like that. The walk, everything.
I
And
just thought it was quite convenient. She happened to be wearing a mini on a day where it was pissing down. Because I was worried because it didn't really show her dress before she got out the car. Or even as she was getting out of the car, and I thought, oh, if she gets out in a big gown, it's going to get soaked on the floor. And that didn't need to be a concern of mine whatsoever. Not only because it's not my dress, but because she was wearing a mini after all, so it made no difference.
yeah, and if you talk about Chris, I think I worry for Chris in this show because he's that guy who is, I don't know, a lot of bravado, a lot of macho, but there is
Yeah.
like he's really like a small boy inside.
Well, maybe. Let's work our way through the couples then, because I don't know about you, I've got a lot to say about Chris and Brooke, so we'll come back to that.
All right.
So the episode started with a bit of a recap on Luke and Mel, and they spent their wedding night in separate beds, and they obviously jumped back to them a couple of times throughout the episode, and she just seems so tense.
I think, you know what's the most ironic thing?
What?
She's a communication specialist.
Well, she's doing one thing of communicating that she's a Disney princess and that she doesn't seem to like or trust Luke very much, and she's communicating that very well. Quite indirectly, but it's coming across loud and clear.
It is, well, not directly, but it is very loud and indirect.
Mm-hmm.
And Luke, that guy doesn't know what to do because this girl is living in cuckoo land.
Oh yeah, she does seem to be in Cloud Cuckoo Land.
I
He
know.
does seem to be trying, and he's even trying to like crack the odd joke, and she's just not even giving the slightest hint of a smile. She's looking at him like, don't know, like there's nothing going on in her head.
I think she is one of those perfectionists. Like everything has to be perfect.
Of course, because she's a Disney princess.
Yeah.
And she's wanting the fairy tale. And this isn't the fairy tale she expected. She's not getting that fairy tale feeling.
I mean, it's a fairy tale for a reason. Read in the name.
I know. I think he was probably too shocked and stunned. When they were talking about the bed situation, like in the honeymoon suite where it was they were staying. And when she said, if there isn't a spare blanket, there's a spare towel. I felt like he was a bit too stunned to be able to say anything.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what's going on through this woman's head, but I like her. I mean, she's really living a Disney princess life in this world. It's just that she doesn't have the attire. She's like one of those. She's cosplaying, more or less.
Do you think so? Cosplaying as what?
Disney princess.
I mean, she's trying and failing hard. In her head, she's a Disney princess. In her head, this fairy tale is still yet to come, but nothing else is there to support that fantasy. It is like she's trying to live in a fantasy.
And also, I mean, for me it felt like she doesn't really know men at all.
Yeah, possibly.
I think the way her mannerism and everything feels like she's a really girl's girl. Like she only hangs on with girls. She only, her entire world lives with girls as companions because,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
don't
can't
know.
remember their wedding, and I know it was only a day or so ago. I don't really remember their wedding to remember the guests and what friends and family she had around her. But I don't know, like for a communication specialist, it's starting to seem like she can communicate, but maybe doesn't have anybody to communicate to. Like she really doesn't understand people.
Exactly.
Like not just men, but people in general. Maybe she doesn't even fully understand herself, and that's probably why she's living in this fantasy. She's latched onto something she thinks is fantastical and wonderful and will feel amazing and get her the great love she wants, but the reality is none of that's real.
Tell that to her. Try telling
I
that.
would love to grab her by the shoulders and shake her. Snap out of it, Ariel. You're not in the ocean anymore. Listen to Flounder.
And that's how she will call police and then complain that you are trying to kill her.
I don't think there's police in very many of the Disney princess movies, if any, so I think I'm safe on that one. Maybe it would be the palace guards from Aladdin with the big machetes, who knows.
Alright, who are we talking about next?
But Stephen and Rachel didn't feature very much. All we really got from them as an update was Stephen's got a tummy ache, there's no bathroom door.
Oh my god.
I know, I've got a tummy
I
ache,
don't know.
there's no bathroom door. And then, what did they show at the end? Like a quick peck on the lips
I
while we
mean,
watch the sunset.
We'll
That's
not
it.
be talking about it until tomorrow because
Yeah, it's shown that, hasn't it, that they're going to be featured more tomorrow.
we are already watching a edited version of what happened. Then
Oh,
we
yeah.
should not watch on a bite version of what could have happened.
Okay, so if we move on then to Alyssa and David, I thought it was quite nice that, you know, they said they didn't want a snowy destination, but actually they looked like they were really enjoying it after all. So it's good that they were making the best of it, but well, that must have been one hell of a hard fall because they cut on his knee.
Yeah. And she's a really good nurse. I can tell you that.
Well, I forgot she was a nurse. I was thinking, oh gosh, she's doing really well. Like, just tend to that. I was just sat here like, oh my god, that looks so bad, so deep. Like, like the flap of skin. And I've had a cut like that on my knee when I was a kid, not quite that bad. And I think, I don't know, I had panicked.
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, I get it. She's a nurse, so she's well
And
trained.
she's
used
a
to
very
pressure
good
and-
nurse. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
If anybody gets into an accident, you need a nurse like Alicia because she was very quick. There was nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't like David, so I'm still suspicious of David.
And his international rap career. Booyakasha.
Alright, let's go to
Scott and Gia. Let's cover Scott,
Scott
and
and
Gia
Gia.
because they weren't featured that much in this episode either.
I mean,
And then we can move on to the two juicy ones, Beck and Danny and Chris and Brooke.
I mean, Scott and Gia, I think they're just getting along and having a good time.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, I think that's the update. There isn't much.
They look really quite relaxed and comfortable together the morning after the wedding, and
Yes.
you know, and she describes herself repeatedly, doesn't she, as a Barbie? But even as a Barbie, when she looks more natural with a little bit less makeup on, she looks great. She looks so much better. I think she should embrace it a bit more or a bit more often.
Well, I think you are starting to feel for her. I think this is her redemption arc. Alright. And have you observed MAFS? What's with that? What do you say? What's with that honeymoon destination?
Which
That
one?
apartment that doesn't have a bathroom door?
Oh no, that was Stephen and Rachel.
Stephen and Rachel, yeah. I mean, did they fuck up? Or is
No,
it
some
something
places are like that.
they do?
There's even a campaign on TikTok and a website, Bring Back Bathroom Doors. I'm not joking. There's it's becoming a more and more common thing to find hotels without bathroom doors.
I mean, can anybody kind of explain me why that is like?
I don't know.
Are they
Design
trying to
choices,
save money?
Cost cutting.
I don't know. Even if
No.
they're saving money, who would like that?
There's even some bathrooms in some hotel rooms that don't seem to have like a full floor to ceiling sealed off door. Not even bothering to get into being soundproof, but fully sealed off door to the toilet area. Like sometimes it's still slightly open, or there's small gaps between, or it's all glass walls and you can see the shitter from the bed.
I don't know. See, this is where I'm kind of suspicious because are they doing it just to make the people uncomfortable?
I don't know, but I mean there was a curtain. I don't think the producers would remove a door and put up a curtain. Like, what have they got to gain? Especially when poor Stephen's got a tummy ache.
Yeah, I would be very, very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I would actually send whoever the person is out of the room.
Please, can you wait outside for 45 minutes while I just do my ablutions?
Yeah, that would be it. And I would bring in so much air freshener. The room will scent of everything. Yeah, I mean you can manage it with candles and other things, but
I think
such-
we've got the idea.
yeah, it's just such a... I mean, did they fuck up? I just don't know because those are the tricks these maps people will be playing just to make them look real or to create conflict.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Alright, who are we talking
Okay.
about next?
Beck and Danny. Let's talk about Beck and Danny. She started off, didn't she, with the announcement to her family about going on the show. I don't know how many different ways she tried to tell them, but she really drew it out to make it as long as possible. You know, I said about getting married, and you know, I said about this, and you know, I said about that, and then, what if I was to get married and you were to walk me down the aisle? And what if I was to be walked down the aisle by you and get married on Married at First Sight? I'm going on Married at First Sight. And whatever avenue she took, it was a long bloody path to get to the point.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot to say about her, but that's the least I recall about her.
I thought the little crown brooch idea that Danny had was quite cute and sweet, that, you know, he thought about it and planned what he was going to say and gift it to her. A bit fucking cheesy like, but, you know, it was quite cute. It's just a shame that in the end she called the brooch heinous and then accidentally on purpose left it on the sofa upstairs because she never wants to see it ever again.
Yeah, I mean, you can put in a locker and then you never have to see it again without hurting anyone's emotions.
Yeah, she still could have taken it and just, like say, thrown it in a safe or in a drawer or a suitcase or something, and doesn't have to really look at it or think about it again.
Back throughout the episode, she comes out as very shallow.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, we have this man who obviously had gone through some things, because for him to be straight headed, he has gone through some life and he is actually in a stable position. And when Beck started reading a poem, Danny thought that she is a woman of some substance,
Yeah.
and I think Beck getting hurt for something like a poem that he written, like
Oh, his
it's his
vows.
form. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Bonnie and Clyde, everybody likes it. That's a really great reference.
Yeah, I mean, I thought her vows were lovely. I thought it was really sweet that she'd written a poem, and he seemed to really appreciate that as well. And then I get that she was nervous and she doesn't know him yet, but his vows seemed to just really, really trigger her, didn't they? Saying about, if I was arrested, I'd want you to bail me out of jail. Like, I think it was meant to be a joke. It was meant to reinforce that point, wasn't it? Like you said, Bonnie and Clyde. And I think he said in the vows, ride or die, we'll have each other's backs. It was just to reinforce that point and bring a bit of lightness into it. And she just went, oh, no, you're a party boy. I don't like that. And just started freaking out.
She's very, very judgmental, if you have seen across the show.
Yeah.
Like the minute she walked in, she called somebody a stripper.
But he is a stripper.
He's a stripper. But it's not nice, is it?
I don't know. I thought the banter was quite funny.
I mean,
especially when she turned around to her dad and was like, "Oh, it's okay, Dad. Like, Danny's
He's
not a
not a
stripper.
stripper,
It's
yeah.
fine." But and it's really funny that it was like, "Oh yeah, you anyone tell you look like Channing Tatum and you slept with my friend the other night, by the way." And he was just like horrified and amused at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was the brooch situation.
Yeah.
After he explained, she was not taking it. Like, I think that is when he kind of disconnected mentally,
Yeah, possibly.
because that's something he thought into it, that's something that's personal to him, and he wanted to give it, and she's like, oh no, thank you. The face she pulled.
Yeah, she was quite rude about that, I think. You're right. She could have been a lot nicer about it. And that might have started to be where he switched off a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. She's one of those women that is very shallow. Okay, you are married. Okay, now you are married to me. That now you have to find me attractive. Now you have to come to me.
Yeah.
It's always like she has this idea of what is, and if it is not as what is, she gets upset. She gets calls out.
Yeah. Do you think he's there to play a game? Do you think he's in it for fame and for clout? The only thing that really makes me question that so far is that he said on at least 2 occasions that they've shown that he's mainly there because his mum's been nagging him to find a nice girl. And with one of his mates, well, looks to be a close mate, being a stripper that's a Channing Tatum lookalike and seems to be making loads of money off the back of that. Is Danny there to chase clout and get fame like his mate?
Okay, everybody is there to get fame, but I don't know. It's
Like, I believe him when he talks about his family background and his parents and his grandparents having long, loving, committed relationships, and that's probably been like modelling relationships to him throughout his life. But is that really why he's on the show right now?
I mean, it could be a lot of things. It's not. See, I am not really suspicious about why somebody is on the show, but when they are on the show, what they do, it's more like, are you actually open?
Yeah.
Even if you have the best of intentions, like Disney princess who badly wanted a fairy tale, every married at first sight
I
thing
think
has.
they always have someone like that, don't they?
Yeah, they always have a Disney princess who talks about the fairy tale and everything and never works out. We'll talk about it.
Yeah. I think Beck wants her own version of a fairy tale, though, for sure. She might not be saying she's a princess, she might not be saying fairy tale, but I think she wants a version of that.
Yes, because that's what it is. She has a very strong opinion of what something is and something is not.
Yeah, like her Prince Charming would never joke about getting arrested and needing to be bailed out. That's kind of the impression.
I mean, I just don't know. It's one of those Bonnie and Clyde. I mean, that's a very, very favorite movie of millions of people, and they all want that kind of relationship. They don't want to go to jail, but you know, somebody that you can trust,
Yeah.
has your back and all.
Yeah.
And I don't know. And for her to get upset at that, she has like very, very strong opinion of what something is and something is not, and if it is not, she doesn't care, like that brooch.
Yeah. I mean, they showed her, didn't they, talking to the producers when she was upset about the prison comments, and she proper spat her dummy out of the pram like a toddler. She really had a bit of a tantrum about it and got really upset. And I can understand that she's obviously fearful, that she doesn't know who this man is and what kind of character he is, whether he does go out partying a lot, and I can kind of understand that anxiety a bit, but also the reaction was completely unwarranted because the context was all there in the vows. She just latched onto the wrong part.
Because you are not supposed to say that. Even in the vows, there is a way vows have to be done and shouldn't be done.
I get it.
If you say, and you could only say it because you are somebody who gets into trouble, you are somebody who is a party boy, you are somebody who is.
Yeah, he said the wrong thing. I know. I think now he knows that too, but he didn't know that at the time, unfortunately. I wonder if he read his vows to anyone and got them to like preview them to see, is this alright?
I think that's a completely alright. Let's not talk about his vows are alright. She has a problem with it, and it's her problem.
Okay. Something that I also think was really, really rude that Beck did was when they were talking about pets,
Yeah.
and he was saying, she was saying about dogs and have you got any pets, and he was like, I've got a cat, and she started making vomiting noises and like, like horrible, horrible things, and it's just so rude. You could just say, I prefer dogs, or I really don't like cats, or something like that. And that would still be a bit like, not the nicest, but it wouldn't be rude. It would be nowhere near as rude as what she did.
And imagine if somebody has a pet that see like their child, not child, but that has the same affection towards it, and you make that she that is okay, Jude. That is okay to do in her. I don't know what kind of reality
No,
she
was
lives
just
here.
rude.
No, that's what I'm talking about. She is not rude to her.
She thinks it's okay and it's acceptable.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, the way she does
Just
things.
imagine if someone did the same to her, she would not think it was acceptable, would she? She would lose it.
Oh, yeah.
Something she kept saying is, I've given up everything. I've given up everything. What did she give up?
Exactly. I think she was talking about uh, giving up her dieting and everything. I think she lost weight.
Right. But she says she's done that for her own self-improvement and her health.
I mean,
That's not giving up everything. That's meant to
she
be
didn't really
giving
do it.
yourself everything, not giving it up. It's gaining.
I mean, I'll be honest. If people really want happy, they'll be fat. But what she is talking about, she did it because she could bag a decent guy.
Maybe.
That's what she wanted, and she did it, and the guy doesn't look decent to her. Didn't look decent. She was unhappy, and then found out he is decent. She was happy, and then he found out that she is shallow. Now she is unhappy again. That man cannot wait to get away from her. I don't think he likes swimming as much as he did in that.
He's just swimming in the sea to keep away from her, is that what you think?
Yeah.
I'm just going to go for a dip for the 20th time this afternoon.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Okay, I thought though he had quite a good attitude about earning her trust. I liked the statement that he made, give me 1% trust and I'll earn the other 99. It sounds like he's willing to put in the work.
See, the point is, he is willing to put in the work when she read the poem and when he thought she is a woman of some substance.
Yeah.
You are willing to put an effort to something you desire and you want. And once he's getting to know her, he's realizing there's something I do not want. I don't really, really want.
Well, he's not quite made that completely clear yet, but the few references to, it's early days, but right now we're good friends, right now we're really great mates, kind of indicates something, doesn't it?
I mean, how can a man say, oh, you're shallow, I don't like, I don't find that attractive.
I mean, people have said more blunt things to their partners on MAFS before now, so,
What do you think would have happened if he said that?
I mean, the same outcome, just more dramatic. She still would have got upset and cried.
Yes.
And they still would have spent time apart.
Yes. But it would be on his face.
Do you think he wants her to end things if it's going to end?
I think he's really trying to be nice.
Gentleman.
I think he's really trying to be nice, and it's also second day.
Yeah.
Maybe there is something to her. She doesn't, and he will know in a few days.
Yeah. But maybe the chemistry can build.
No.
No? You
No.
think it's there or it's not?
I don't think it's there or it's not, but you know, when you are like the the thing about love is everybody talks about attractions, Instagram pics, restaurants, clubbing and all. That's all right, but everybody wants to be seen
Yeah.
like to be seen and understood. Love is not something like a roommate agreement. I'll bring you this, I'll bring you that, you bring me this, we'll do this. That's not. They want people to be seen. It's like you are becoming a story together. There is much more. And
So you don't think that their connection can grow and the chemistry from that can grow?
I don't think so. I mean, there is one way where he's, what do you say, he's very much in love with her, and then he will start putting on the effort.
Right.
But I don't think he is not. I don't think there is. You only put in effort in a couple, although you know it's not perfect,
Yeah.
when you have that hope that it could be something.
Okay. And you think maybe he doesn't have the hope it can be something?
I don't think he feels it.
Right.
Yeah.
I think maybe that's the downside then, because something I was wondering is if that lack of chemistry will mean that they both put their barriers up and it's just not going to improve if it even can. You know, that's just going to remain the sticking point, that it's not there to start with. It's maybe one-sided because she seemed to be feeling chemistry that he's not. But he must have been feeling some chemistry, or at least some attraction for them to have slept together. Even if it's not like fantastical and all-consuming or really strong.
It's something like, let's see if there is chemistry.
Like test the waters,
Yeah.
see if you could create it.
Yeah, I mean, see, I think it is the perversive woman's mind, but maybe it is something like he just wants to see what they talk about in the night.
Right.
You know, some people like to talk about something as a couple.
Yeah. I'm not sure where the talking is coming from though, because I was meaning like, they said that they had sex, so.
No, they didn't.
They didn't? I thought she said they had sex.
No, they didn't. I think you read it
I think
wrong.
I think I'm
She was
confusing them
asked
with
if
another
they had
couple.
sex.
Oh yeah, she was saying she'd seen the anaconda.
She has seen the anaconda, and I
Oh my
think at
gosh.
this point he haven't seen this, but he must feel reclused. Is that the word? Repulsed.
Pulse, right.
Repulsed. Because, I mean, the tattoos, the demeanor, he has some depth in him. And she's shallow and judgmental as fuck.
Oh dear.
Anything can happen, don't get me wrong, but I don't see anything happening between them.
Yeah. Just to jump back to their wedding reception, I thought it was really nice of Danny that he went and spoke to Beck's dad. Like just I was going to say one-on-one, but there was a couple of other people around just to kind of properly introduce himself and try and offer some reassurance and, validate that ordinarily at this point in a wedding, when you're giving your daughter away to a groom, you already know that man, you know what he's made of, you know how he normally operates, and kind of acknowledge that none of that was the case for them. And I don't know, I thought it was really nice. I think it showed maybe some good character.
I mean, you can say that. I don't have much to say about it.
That's alright. And then later on, before the brooch was handed over, when Beck apologised for freaking out about the jail comment, I thought it was pretty good of her, and she did seem to be humbling herself quite a lot. She didn't look completely comfortable with it in her facial expressions, I don't know, but she she did seem to humble herself a lot and followed it up with quite a full-on kiss as well.
Yeah, I mean, she does take accountability. It's just that it would be a life of taking accountability living with her
Yeah, probably.
because she has this idea and she doesn't think she is not really humble. She's a know it all that doesn't say it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know. Let's talk about Chris and Brooke.
Yeah, definitely. So, Chris, the biggest MAFS skeptic that they've ever had on the show, supposedly. And I say that because he's still actually on the show, even though he's supposedly the biggest skeptic they've ever seen and ever heard from. So it'll be interesting to see how he shows who he really is throughout the season, if he can drop that front, because he's got so much bravado. It's unreal.
I mean, you can see it though. It's not like some of the bravado some people put. You can see that his bravado is a bravado.
Yeah.
I mean, some people are like that. What are you gonna say?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. See, behind the bravado, I think he's a really stand-up guy and sounds very traditional.
I'm struggling to see it. It could be there, but I'm struggling to see it so far. Just when it looks like he might have some substance to him, he says something else that fucks it all up.
Like what you mean?
He contradicts himself. And he says, like, looks are important to him. But, like, he doesn't make it the be-all, end-all. But he's so shallow about it. Like, super shallow. And he was so sure of himself that, of course, she'll be attracted to him. Like, it's not possible at all that anybody could not find him attractive. You know, when the producers asked him, like, oh, well, what if she doesn't like you? And he's like, come on.
That's confidence.
That's not confidence. That's ego. That's all kinds of bravado and bullshit.
I mean, he's a good-looking guy.
I mean, he's not bad.
No, the thing is...
The
okay.
bridesmaid fancies him more than the fucking bride.
Well, the bride is a model who came up with a story that everyone seems to be cheating on her. Even the men that hadn't slept with her or are in a relationship. Everyone cheats on me. And you know what makes me funny? Like the extent men are going to cheat on her.
Right. What, like flying someone in from another country and
Yeah.
finding someone on Facebook?
Yeah.
I mean, I wonder how many relationships she's had. I missed her
And
age.
she seems to be... Yeah, I don't know the age,
I
but...
missed her age, so I wonder how many relationships she's had. Because, you know, if she's been cheated on in every relationship, but she's only had those 3, then, okay, yeah, that really fucking sucks. But, you know, if you're 23 and that's all the relationship experience you've had, well, there's chances it would get a lot better. You
Yeah.
don't have to jump into
I
MAFS.
mean, it's one getting cheated on or one thing, and she finding out. How is she finding out every time? Is she suspicious of every boyfriend? I don't know.
That's a fair question, actually. I hadn't thought of that. Is she quite neurotic in relationships? Does she get paranoid? Is she like a phone snooper or something like that?
We don't know that yet, and
No, just theorising.
they slept in different rooms, but this is what they slept in different rooms,
Yeah.
but she was smiling and all, laughing, joking. Is she taking him for a ride?
I don't know. I think maybe she's just trying to take things slow and just keep some distance. I don't know. He said that it was fine that they slept in different beds, but he did not look okay with it at all.
He didn't.
He really
His
didn't.
ego is really, really hurting.
However, he generally doesn't seem positive or enthusiastic about anything at all, ever. So, you know?
I think it's one of those ideologies. I think it's called nihilism. Nihilism, yeah, where you just think it's gonna go bad, go worse. Like, you imagine the worst, and that gives you some kind of, I don't know, take some stress and pressure away.
Maybe. I'm not really sure if nihilism is the right word.
Is
A
it?
philosophical viewpoint that rejects generally accepted or fundamental aspects of human existence, like objective truth, knowledge, morality, values.
I mean, it could not be nihilism, it could be someism. Yeah, but I don't know. But other than that, he seems alright. She, I don't know if she's just, just like there are men who string women along, there are women who string men along.
Yeah, they do exist.
Is Brooke one of those?
I don't know. We don't know enough about her. So, Chris and Brooke's parents. Did we see Brooke's parents? I don't remember.
Yeah, we didn't see Brooke's parents.
No, but Chris's parents seemed lovely and they seemed really enthusiastic about everything. They were a lot more enthusiastic than he was. I even put in my notes, that they were far more enthusiastic about Brooke than he was. What an arsehole. He just came across that way.
Who?
Chris is just not really...
You don't like Chris. Chris might be an asshole, but he's a good asshole. On the other hand, you
good
have
asshole.
You have Brooke, who came in like she's doing a fashion walk. The dress, her demeanor, and everything. She not even invite her parents.
They might not have wanted to be on the show, though. We've seen that in other series with other people.
Yeah.
The families sometimes just outright refuse, or we don't even get told the reason. They just don't appear.
Yes, because she's playing a game on the show.
Maybe she doesn't have living parents.
It could be that too. I'm not saying that, but it's giving sus.
It's giving sus. Okay, Belle. It's giving. But she was quite diplomatic about what she thinks of him. And the producers asked her, what do you think? And she was just very much like, well, And she was hedging a bet. She was speaking carefully, but she wasn't rude or disrespectful.
She's very balanced.
Yeah.
She balanced it very well so that she can last 3 months on the show.
You think so? Do you think she balanced it as well as Chris did when he was filming to try and prove that he's 6 foot when he's absolutely not 6 foot?
I think he's 6 foot.
Well, she's 5'9" and she wasn't wearing big heels, so, And he was shorter than her. Even the groomsmen were saying about the height thing, and he just kept saying, no, I'm 6 foot, no, I'm 6 foot. Like, stop asking me, I'm 6 foot.
I mean, it didn't really look that big. Maybe they are 3-inch heels, no, 4-inch, I don't know.
They didn't look that tall to me, but who knows. But any guy that, when you ask him how tall he is, immediately says 6 foot. There's no fucking way he's 6 foot.
You think so?
He says it without hesitation, it's a lie. It's an outright lie.
Maybe.
Someone goes, and has the slightest hesitation, then chances are they're being a bit more truthful. Around about 5'10", 5'11". And look, so many men just go 6 foot. It's fake, it's a lie.
Maybe it is.
Maybe. But he wasn't willing to show any doubt at all, or anything that doesn't show the bravado and ego that he puts up in that persona. He's not willing to show any vulnerabilities so far at all.
He's acting vulnerable. I don't know what's the word. Vulnerable.
Vulnerable? Vulnerable.
It's a tongue twister for me. Yeah, but I mean, have you seen how he cleaned the bird shit?
That's not being vulnerable. That's barely even being a gentleman. That's just being a good, nice person.
I mean, no, does the bravado match that man?
That's got nothing to do with bravado.
See, there is this people who speak vulnerability and then people who act vulnerability. Sometimes people do one of them. I think he is acting vulnerably.
Okay.
Yeah, but doesn't speak like that. I don't know if he even has the language to speak like that growing up in boys' school and working as
Maybe.
tradesman. So,
Yeah, maybe. One thing that he claims to speak, though, is the truth. He claims that he always speaks the truth. He's not afraid to speak the truth. But he's absolutely full of shit because half of the things he said so far are nonsense. Absolute nonsense. The height only being one of them.
well, that is his truth.
It's not the truth though, is it?
There is no the truth.
There is. There is.
Tell me one thing, and I'll just say that I'll give it a valid argument that it's not the truth.
He's not 6 foot.
Maybe he is. The foot size is wrong.
Oh, it's the tape measure that's wrong.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe the
okay.
tape measure around the world is wrong.
Yeah. Did you see Brooke's face during the reception when he mentioned about being so skeptical about the experiment?
Yeah,
She did not look happy.
because he is giving out the game. She is playing.
What do you mean giving out the game?
I don't know, it's one of those things like, how do you say? I don't know, he's not skeptical, I mean. I don't know how to read into that. But what I read into is the second time when they asked for a kiss. She didn't want to kiss, like,
Yeah. Oh, don't worry, I'm going to come back to that. But during that conversation about his skepticism, I really don't blame her for not being impressed about it. You know, he was being negative. He did try to frame it as a joke, or at least that's how it came across. But even still, it was just negative, and he just doesn't seem interested in putting effort in, and maybe he shouldn't be on the show.
first, he put the effort in.
How?
He wrote vows that are his vows, even if they are negative. He cleaned up, he looked good, he bought a suit. What else do you need to do?
Maybe the producers did all of that for him. Who knows?
Who knows?
At least
And
he
he-
remembered the rings, though.
At least, yeah, he remembered the rings and he didn't come in a half pant thingy.
What's a half pant thingy?
I mean, she wore a short dress, so he could have come in a boxer short.
I mean, yes, but you know, if you were paying attention, you would have seen his trousers were a little bit too short. They only just like grazed his ankles.
Yeah, I haven't noticed that.
And then let's have a little look at my notes. So back to the kiss. The kiss at the end of the ceremony, the groomsmen's faces when she went in for a hug. Did you see one of the groomsmen? He looked horrified. And the comments that he was making, like, she's taking the piss and his ego's on the floor. Like, his ego needs to be on the fucking floor. It's too bloody high.
Yes, I agree. But
It was so bruised, his ego and his pride. because she
yeah,
didn't
I
kiss him.
mean,
But pretending that it's fine and quite clearly absolutely raging. So again, not being truthful. Then, oh yeah, it's okay. It's fine. It's not a problem. It's absolutely the big problem. He feels
You
slighted
come
already.
on, no,
They've known
no,
each
no,
other
you are
like 10
taking a
minutes.
piss.
You've known each other
Everybody is
10
like that.
minutes, and he already feels slighted, and his ego is being slammed down.
And also, I just don't know if Brooke actually came in with any intention at all.
What makes you say that, though? Yes, she's a model, and yes, everybody's come on the show with the possibility they're just trying to get famous. But what makes you doubt that she's not there for love?
I don't think she doesn't care about him.
I mean, they don't know each other properly yet. Like,
Yeah, but when I mean to care about him, not care as in a positive side, at least care about him so that he's not triggered or pissed off right away.
nah, wah.
I don't know, it's one of those things she doesn't seem to have any interest in him. It's like she's on the show, and as a co-actor, there is somebody else and she has to deal with it. She'll deal with a little, but if it's too much, she'll say, no, thank you.
Yeah, maybe. I think time will only tell, won't it? You know, whether they continue to get along in the way that they currently are, which just seems to be just as acquaintances because they
Yes.
just met, or whether they actually grow a relationship, a friendship, any kind of connection at all. But I just wanted to say that Brooke calling Chris a diva is absolutely spot on.
That is spot on.
He's a whiny little diva bitch.
Yeah.
Bitch might be too strong, but whiny diva for sure.
I mean, there are millions of whiny divas and you're going to trigger them all.
I also thought it was really funny when we talked to the producers, straight to camera, and like, oh, so she's ticking a lot of boxes for you. And no, that's 2 boxes. He's so clear that it's like, no, the experts have not done a wonderful job at all. They have not got me anybody that I might like. They've not got somebody that might match my ideal like standards and lifestyle and everything. No, it's only 2 boxes.
See, this is where, how do you say? I mean, he has no idea of femininity. I don't think he understands MAFS. I don't know if he actually watched MAFS. That's something people should have asked.
He must have watched it.
How
or
do
some
you
of
know?
it. Just otherwise, he probably wouldn't be quite so skeptical about it.
No, he's skeptical because you have seen on a TikTok or a Instagram, you must have seen the success rate in MAFS, which is 0.0001% or less. It's much closer than to him than, let's say, 10%. He exaggerated it, but it's very, very little.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a high success rate, but, you know, they continue to call themselves an experiment, and, you know, not all experiments are successful.
And they keep on doing it. So it's not an experiment, it's a format.
Yeah, I know. I agree. I do agree. Out of approximately 115 matches, and there have been a few more, it's just, you know, a best estimate, over 13 seasons, there are only a handful of couples still together. So total couples matched, including this season, is 118, and there are 9 couples together. So his maths was off by a few percent. It's actually more like 7.6% approximately.
I want to remove this season because, you know, for the first few months or until the show is over, you know how they stay together just for PR, clout or whatever it is.
That's fair. Let's have a little look at the numbers and see. So, based on 108 matches made across the first 12 completed seasons, 9 couples remain together today. So that's a higher success rate than before, at 8.3% compared to the 7.6%.
That's, I don't know, I think Well, that's kind of success, but I don't know if there are actually 9 couples because we know seasons where there were no couples at all.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Alright?
So there have been quite a few couples, haven't there? So there was Jules and Cam in season 6. They're married with 2 kids. Martha and Michael from season 6 are engaged with 1 son, and we're expecting a second child 2024-25. There's nothing I can see here about that second one, but let's just assume they've got their 2 kids. Kerry and Johnny from season 8, married legally and have 1 daughter. Melissa and Bryce, also from season 8, married with twin boys. Evelyn and Duncan from season 10, together, no kids, but have 2 sausage dogs.
Alright.
Jade and Ridge from season 11, they're still together. As we watched that season, didn't we? They don't have any kids together, but Ridge is a stepdad to her daughter. Ellie and Jono, also from season 11, are still together, but they recently bought a house. No kids yet.
Okay.
And Rhea and Jeff are still together, no kids, living together in Melbourne. So it's not bad. It's a very low percentage compared to the amount of couples that went on the show. However, it's not that bad.
I mean, you're talking about 9 couples across 12 seasons.
Yeah. When you put it like that, it's across 12 years effectively.
No, what you're talking about is for them to have 1 successful couple, they have to pick 13 couples.
I mean, yeah. How many couples are normally on a season? Do you know?
I don't know, anywhere from 8 to 12.
I get it. I get why he's a pessimist about the numbers. But it can work for the right people. Maybe we discount Rhea and Jeff because they already knew each other.
I mean, if we go by that standard, I think we'll have to discard like 2 or 3 more people, which leaves it to 5.
Yeah. In the earlier seasons, 1 to 3, they only had 4 to 5 couples per season. Seasons 6 to 11, they had 10 to 12 couples. That produced the most amount of the current, relationships where they're still together. And season 12 and 13, it's just an average of 12 couples plus. Because we've got, 6 couples so far? We're 3 episodes in.
And we have more couples too.
We have more couples to go. And then, like the UK season, maybe they bring in a couple of couples later on as well.
Maybe they will do that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, any predictions you have for the next episode or for the season or about any of the couples from this one?
I think we have been talking about it if you haven't been listening. I have been giving my predictions all over. David, not fake. Luke plus Mel is the Disney princess.
No, that's not what you mean by prediction, but do you think this couple's going to have a big blow up on their honeymoon? Do you think this couple's going to make it to the apartments? Which couple do you think is going to see it through to the end out of the ones we've seen so far?
I don't know, based on the agreement they have, the show they want to put out. I don't know, I mean...
It's a prediction, it's just for fun.
I don't know, I think it's too early.
Yeah, I think Alyssa and David might have potential to see through at least the season.
Yeah, because David is banking on becoming this... No, not becoming... coming back.
He is a big international rapper. What do you mean?
Yes, he's waiting for a comeback. So he will want to stay the 3 months, but I don't know if Alyssa will allow it.
Yeah. I would be very surprised if Luke and Mel make it to the end of their honeymoon, to be honest. it's frosty and they're not the ones that have gone skiing. You know, it's not good.
Yeah, I mean, let's see, because Mel will have a reality check after she comes out.
Yeah, I think she'll probably get a reality check the first time they sit down with the
Oh, I
experts.
keep forgetting. Yeah, she might get some big reality
There's
check.
nothing the experts like more, and I enjoy watching more than the experts giving a reality check. Especially John when he dishes it out. I love it when he's quite firm with them and just like, cut the shit. It's so much better.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see, because her mother could not give her any reality check.
Yeah.
So you know.
Maybe nobody's dead to try. Maybe the delusion's too strong.
She is a Disney princess, do you not know that?
She's a delusional Disney princess for sure. Okay, I think that's it for today.
Alright then.
Let's see episode 4 tomorrow.
Okay.